Look at this, guys. A nice new Ducati. For me new, 25 years old, but for me it's new. Start it up. So there we are. Let's show it from all the sides. And too enthusiastic. This is it. Again, Mh900 replica Evoluzione. I think they don't still know how to call it, but I think it's beautiful. Of course, there was like the original racer of Mh900. Then there was his bike, which you could buy just from the stores. And this is in 2001 and 2 this was sold. And this was the newer Evoluzione. And now, as I told you, it's 25 years old. But it looks very good, I think. It's nice. It's a combination of parts, but I think you read it. It was on an exhibition. It was just a thought, and then they took it that enthusiastically from Blanche, which designed it, and then so many people said just make some, and Ducati started producing them. Oh, but it's not the total story. But first plan was 1000 of those bikes, then there came another 1000, so totally 2000. We know that from the brands. Sometimes they do it, especially the Italian brands. Also Ferrari has, they did something like that. Just tell people we're gonna make that much, and people buy them, and then they tell, we make some other ones, or they make from the cars a cabrio version, for example, or just make more, as easy as that. So the Blanche, the construction of the wheel mount is designed, I think it was by a Dutch guy, which I like a lot, so that's very nice. The wheels, I think you recognize them a little bit from also from, for example, Ducati Mh900E. Also the mirrors, 916, and of course 996, 998. The rest all fiber and a very small tank. I have to fuel it up like every, not 100 kilometers, but it's very, very small. But it's very cheap to tank, to fuel it up, so that's nice. You have the number over there. Also this, of course, but for me this is the beautiful part. And what's nice to tell, that the last owner didn't know that this is an opening, so you can open this, and there's a I put some stuff in there, nothing too fancy, but he didn't know that. But so when I bought it, because it's my own, the tools were just like brand new, like the rest of the bike is. This sometimes breaks. This is also not alloy, which I don't really like, but it's plasticky, so that's not so nice. There and there, so they break sometimes. Some people buy Tamioni, I think, for this, because this is, let me zoom in for you, it is big, it's hot, so I shouldn't touch it, but I like this construction. For me this bike is totally beautiful. And perhaps if you know it, normally this is yellow or black, but this is an adjusted suspension, so it's a little bit lower. Also here it's a little bit lower on the clip-ons. I like how it drives, but of course that's just what everybody wants. What I really like is this construction of those mounting points. Let me zoom in again. Sorry for the wind noise, by the way. By the way, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. I think it's totally awesome. It's an engine from the old 900cc Ducati Carenate and Nuda. I didn't have one of those, but I had the 750 and the 600, and I also have the Monster 900. So this is, some people that tell us that this is just the final version of the Super Sport series from that era. And the shifting is from a Ducati Monster, so it's a little bit shorter. So it drives actually quite well, but of course you're very low on the clip-on, so you don't want to ride in the cities with all the traffic lights, etc. So there's a nice damper here, so that's really nice. The clockwork is, you see a big old-fashioned, which I really like. The gorgeous, I think they call it. You have the choke here, and further this is just standard. I had exact the same one on my Super Sport 600 and 750. Also this is totally the same. This isn't, this is special. And for the bike is special. This sits actually quite well, which gets very hot now because it's a hot day. Kind of sweating here, but it's all for you for the video. What I really like is the old-fashioned headlight, of course. You have to like it, but for me I think it's just awesome. So that's it. The Mike Hill wood. Oh yeah, no, what? Some nice things. This is of course the old logo, which totally suits the bike, I think, but this is of course the newer brand identity, which also is here, and I also saw it on this side. Where did I see it? Yeah, there. So and this should look like the old-fashioned ones, but it's kind of fake. It's just how it is. But look at the clip-ons, also really nice, really high-end, all polished and well. So really like the bike. Of course it has Pirellis. You shouldn't take other ones. Some other Italian Magneti Marelli. I didn't see any elephants on this bike. My old Super Sports did have the Cachiva elephant, but this is from the newer era of Ducati. And last thing I should tell you, when they start producing this, they made it was on an exhibition and people liked it. I really didn't know which kind of exhibition. If you know, please write it down in the comments. But after that time, so many people liked it, so Ducati said, let's just go selling them. And then lots of people bought the bike online, so it was online. In 2001 I heard that within 30 minutes every bike was sold. So then they had to produce it because they had already the cash from the office. But Bimota told Ducati, we want to produce them for you. Or Ducati didn't have the production capacity, I didn't know that. So they asked Bimota, I don't know which came first. But meanwhile, Bimota had the V-Duo, the 500, their own engine. I like Bimota also a lot. Or especially of course the DB ones with the Ducati engines. But the V-Duo was their own engine. I think it was also the first and the last engine. And they went bankrupt on that, but that's not very special for Italian brands. Also, of course, it's just how they go. So then Ducati had a problem because they didn't have the production capacity, but they had to produce them. At the end of the time, they started producing them on a separate division or part in the factory, and they made, I think, for a day. So people had to wait long time for this one. You get, when you bought it new, you got a t-shirt, like a plaquette, and like a small thing. I got it with the bike. And I think also, I didn't get a t-shirt, I also didn't get, perhaps there was like a cover, a special one, but I'm really not sure. The t-shirt I would like to, if somebody who sees this video has a Mike Hillwood Evoluzione t-shirt, you make me very happy by posting and replying, and then that would be totally make my day. Sorry again for the wind noise. This is the Mh900E. I'm gonna ride now. I think it's beautiful. Hope you like it. Rate with a big thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next video.